The guys at Mountain Bikes Direct have come out with a great new light system. Cleanskin Solo and Cleanskin's Joy. I've got a couple of those lights there. Let's go and see what's in the box and then head out for a test. Now firstly, let's have a look at the Cleanskin Solo and what's inside the box. First impressions, really neat packaging, nice box, nice design, all looks quite good, very, very tidy. Contents inside, little foam surround, hold everything in place. Battery pack in a little case, a couple of Velcro straps there, plug-in cord, single beam light itself, looks quite robust, metal outer case, power button at the rear, mounting bracket on the bottom, and short cable there to plug in, mounting bracket with some Velcro strap to go around the top, another Velcro strap there, USB charge cable, a couple of rubber straps there to attach the lights to your helmet mount as well as to your bars. It appears like a little GoPro mount with a little screw. Instructions, warnings, contents, specs, a bit of product information on the back there, to 38-hour battery life, water resistant, USB charging, 4 modes. That all looks really straightforward. Plug-in connection there for the battery to the light. Indicator light comes on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 modes. And just hold the power button there to switch off and recharge just with the shorter USB cable. Plug in and charge with a USB port. Now the other thing I wanted to do was test the battery life. It's one thing for manufacturers to say how long you're going to get out of the battery, but it's another thing to actually test it. So with all that in mind, I've given the battery a full charge overnight, turned the light on, set the timer going and let it roll. And what I couldn't believe, manufacturers have indicated up to 38 hours battery life. I got a whopping 40.5 hours of battery running on the low setting. I couldn't believe it. I thought this has got to be wrong. I tested it and retested it. And that's the numbers. So a fantastic battery life. Cleanskin Solo, 1000 lumen, single beam light system. Right guys, now we want to look at mounting the battery and the light system to the handlebars in the bike and also to the helmet. So just going through the parts. On closer inspection of the battery, you can open up that little bag. You can see that the battery is fully enclosed. Cable connects directly to the inside of the battery. A couple of good things there. Obviously it's a sealed battery, so it's not going to get water, dust and dirt in it. But something that comes to mind is replacement for that battery. Now I'll need to contact the guys just to understand about replacement batteries, how to go about getting them and what they're worth. Okay, now so what I want to do is I like to mount my battery pack on the top tube of the frame, obviously orientated this way, the cable coming out of the battery to this end, plenty of cable length here, and then mount the light on the bars either side of the stem is fine, turning the cable back around and connecting those two up. Plenty of cable length there, obviously the battery pack can slide and sit anywhere you need to on the top tube, just so it doesn't get in the way of your bottles, cages, all those sort of things. So let's just connect that up. So undo those Velcro straps, just through those loops there, back over the top again. Same for the second one, really easy to do. Nice and simple, but nice firm fitting there. Run the cable out through here. What we're going to do now is we're going to mount the light with the bracket on the bar, leaving the cable to come back through to connect to the cable out of the battery. Now this can go either side of the stem here. Just keep in mind for events where you may have a number plate, obviously your number plate will sit somewhere here on your bars, and you just want to make sure you position your number plate so it's not going to interfere with your light, otherwise it's going to cause you a bit of grief, a bit of frustration there. So we're going to take the light system, I'm going to take one of these rubber bands here. I've gone for the larger of the two rubber bands. The smaller one appears too short. So what we do, we just tuck that cable to the side there. We loop that rubber band just around that little lug, and then we're going to pull the tail of that rubber band up and around to the back side of that lug there like that. And as you can see, it's a pretty snug fit, not much movement there at all. Nice and firm, which is just what we like. We don't want that flopping around and casting an unusual shadow as we ride through the uneven trails. And then we can connect those two up like so, and then we're in business. As you can see, there's a fair bit of excess cable there, which is good. Obviously you can wrap those up, cable tie those together onto your frame, something like that, and you're good to go. It's that easy. Really quick, easy system. And you can probably see there also, that green standby light has also come on there, so you know you've got power, you've got the supply there ready to roll, and you're good to ride. To take that off, as simple as it was to put it on, disconnect that plug, undo that rubber band there around the bars, and you've dismounted that, and undo the Velcro straps. Again, really, really easy. Now this time we're going to mount the light to your helmet. Now what we're going to do here is use this helmet mount bracket that came with the set. Plenty of strap there, and what I find is using the ventilation holes in your helmet, the easiest way to do this, the Velcro strap through the hole there. What we're going to do is come down through your helmet and back up through these slots in the top of the bracket and finish off to the top of the Velcro. We're going to do that on both sides. As you can see, these straps are really, really sticky, which is great, but they do tend to catch on everything, including the padding on the inside of your helmet, which is just takes a bit of manoeuvring. As you can see there, the two Velcro loops there, bracket on the top, and pull those tails through. As I said, they are really, really long, give you plenty of flexibility there where you may like to mount this bracket depending on the helmet shape and style that you have. Pull that through nice and firm, press it down there, and for me, these tails here, I'd probably cut those off a couple of centimetres from the end, just so they're not flapping around, because really they're just in the way. And what we're going to do here is take the light, we're going to mount it to the top of this bracket here. Again, keep the cable to the side. This one's a little bit awkward here. We're going to get one of the rubber bands here. We're going to have to tuck it down through here, as we did with the handlebar mount, fit it off to the lug at the front and the rear of that light. So what I find the easiest thing to do first up is to put the rubber band through, grab your light, pop it on there like that, tuck it over that lug at the rear, grab the front of that little rubber band, loop it over that lug on the front there, and then you can easy just to swing that around just to get the light in the right position at the right angle once that's mounted. That's the light mounted on the bracket on your helmet, nice and firm, nice and steady. Obviously it sits up a few centimetres up there, so something to be mindful of when you're riding at night in the bush, ducking under branches, trees, that type of thing. The clearance you need for the light above your helmet is a little more than what you're used to. Just be mindful of that, otherwise you're going to coat hang yourself, knock your light off and all that sort of stuff. So just be careful of that. And then the battery pack, obviously we've got our cable that comes off here. My preference is to run the cable to the rear and take the battery pack and put it in the pocket in the back of your jersey. Connect up to the light mounted on your helmet. Put that cable out so you've got plenty of cable length there. Okay, so as you can see there now, guys, cable's hooked up to the light at the back, down to the battery pack, inside the pocket in the back of my jersey, all done, geared up, ready to go. For some guys that like to ride with a backpack or a camelback, just make sure you keep this cable tucked away so it doesn't get caught on anything. You don't want it hanging out here, get caught on trees and pulled out and all that sort of stuff. You might even want to tuck it down the inside of your jersey. So there we are, guys, all geared up, light mounted on your helmet, nice and stable, really firm, feels really good. For me, I like to ride with a light on my helmet as well as mounted on my bars, and I'll show you why when we get down the trails and do the night test shortly. Let's go. Simply click on the link below to find the test for the solo and the duo. For more great mountain biking information, visit www.sportsadventure.com.au.